All right, recording is rolling. So it is Wednesday, December 7th. We're in a shelter in place right now, and I have a fun project lined up for you guys. Right before we get to that, I switch the screen over here. I got a flyer for you guys. Here we go. I got some of my email. So I did post this to Google Classroom this morning. Next week is a Spirit Week. So Monday is going to be holiday hats and socks. Tuesday, tacky holiday gear. Wednesday, Santa versus Grinch. It's a red or a green day. Thursday is going to be holiday character, and Friday, holiday pajamas. Yay! All right, so I'm gonna do a construction project with you guys.
Pardon the interruption, just wanted to let everyone know that, all is well. Someone accidentally pulled the fire alarm and normal operations can resume. Thank you.
All right, so hey, maybe that'll count as one of our fire drills. Yeah, hopefully. So thanks whoever pulled the alarm. So let's turn rotational motion into linear motion. That's what's going on right there, right? You guys see the rotating wheel in the background, and then there's an arm that's just moving horizontally in the foreground. Okay, so we're not going to build exactly that, but we're going to do something really similar to that right there. Okay, so switch my screen back over here. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to do a modified version of that. Right, you guys have that nice thick cardstock paper on your desk. You need at least a couple of sheets of this. This is going to be a 2-day project, right? Today and tomorrow. Hey, you guys got scissors, you guys got glue. We can do this whole thing with scissors, glue, and cardstock paper. So. All right. First, let's get a game plan going. So I'm thinking, yeah, kind of rough sketch this out. Okay. Right, if you take a paper and use it as a base, up the base down here. Okay. I'm gonna have a couple of wheels. You guys will see why this comes together, right? Guys remember? I think it was a second week of school. We did a gear project, Geneva Drive. You guys remember Geneva Drive? Right. So some of those principles are going to come back. These wheels are going to be fixed on axles in the middle. You guys remember how to make an axle? Take 2 cylinders, put them together to like rotate, right? And then so that's like underneath, right? Underneath these wheels, these are going to be free to spin. Okay, on top of each of these, at the edge, we're going to put a couple of posts. Okay. And then over the posts, we're going to put a should also better. Yeah. Stop here a little bit. Okay. Right. Over these posts, we're going to put a rod just resting on these. Okay. So rod kind of like this. Right. And then this rod's going to go through a loop right here. Okay. And then this is going to, this loop is going to be connected to a horizontal rod that's perpendicular to the original one. Okay. We'll have this either resting on, well, something like kind of like this. I guess those could be loops too. Right? But you guys see how this is going to work. Okay. When these circles rotate around, see, they're going to rotate together, right? And they'll be fixed because this rod's going to be resting on top of these, right? So they'll be moving like this, like that, which means that this rod is, it's going to be moving back and forth a little bit this way, but it's going to have a side-to-side type motion, okay? Which is going to force this to only do right and left. Okay, you guys get that? Okay, so that's what we're going to build. Let's start with making, we're going to need we need 2 circles, and we're going to make 6 small cylinders. Right? They'd be a little bit different sizes. I mean, so these kind of fit into each other. Let's start with these couple of circles right here. Okay. Any questions so far? Guys, see kind of where we're headed? Okay. So make this whole thing out of paper and glue, 2-day project. As long as I see you guys working on this and making this, then you'll get points in the grade book. Points in the grade book. Okay, so take a paper. So we need a couple of circles. Now just kind of eyeballing this. And if we make those about a third of the width of the page, it'd be pretty good. Put some circles there. Now the full width of the page, you guys know, is really 11 inches. That looks like about a little bit short of 28 centimeters. Round that down a little bit. Well, here, divide by 3, about 9 or 10 centimeters there you want for the diameter of a circle. Okay. Maybe I'll have a 10 centimeter diameter. I think that'll be fit pretty good. Now, you don't have to do exactly what I do, but as long as you do pretty close to what I do, then you should be good to go. So I need some circles that are 10 centimeters in diameter, which is what size radius? 5 centimeters. Okay. So I need 5 centimeter radius circles. I need 2 of those. Okay. So I'll put a dot right about there. Okay. You guys know how to make a circle with a ruler? Okay. You're gonna measure out 5 centimeters right there. Okay. And then just measure 5 centimeters all the way around. Okay. Or if you like, I can put 5 centimeters up the center and go at the 10 and the 0 mark. Go right across the diameter. Okay. Or if you guys see something that's circular that looks a pretty good size, I think there might be a roll of masking tape out there. There might be, I think someone found a plastic cup earlier. That was a pretty good size. Okay. Or you can use my method. Do you guys know what not a magnetic compass, but like a compass that looks like you can whip off a circle real fast? That's kind of what I'm doing right here, right? Same principle. Kind of a makeshift compass. All right, so I've got a bunch of dots where a circle would go. All I have to do is go back and connect those dots in a nice smooth circle. Okay. Got a few regularities in it. That's all right. As long as it's pretty close. That'll work. Okay. I'll do another one right by that. Earlier today, some students had an idea to cut out the first one and then just trace it. And they got the second one that way. Like, oh, hey, that's a really good idea right there. Just cut out the first one and then trace it. Get 2 same size circles real fast. I'll just repeat this a bit. How about that?
What's the radius of the circle?
I'm doing a 5 centimeter radius. I think if you do pretty close to that, about 5 centimeters would be pretty good. If you found something to trace that, a little bit different than that, that's okay too. Okay. All right, there's dots for a second circle that I'm going to cut out. So just trace that around, connect those dots. Boom, 2 circles. Scissor time.
I was going to the dot 5, 0, and 10. Ready to keep the go around.
Circle. What's the need here? That's it. Background. How about that? All right, you guys got good circles coming along. Yeah, half this project today, half tomorrow. So as long as you're keeping pace, then you are good. Trying to go a little bit slow here, so you guys can keep up with me. But yeah, if you work a little bit faster, then that could be a good thing. You can stay a little bit ahead of me. That'd be good. So you guys can keep up with me. There we go. Bam. 2 circles. Those are each about 5 centimeters radius or 10 centimeters diameter. So you get something pretty close to that. Okay. Pull out the master plan right here. So that's kind of what we're going for. Okay. Or we're going to use this to turn rotational motion into linear motion. All right, everybody good so far? Check out the gas here. Guys got circles come along. All right, so it's pretty good so far. Okay. This is oh yeah, that's a good one. Card stuff. Yeah, that looks good. All right, and then you can just trace that one, make it second one. All right. All right. So you guys got your circles. You guys are still working on. Oh, you know what? I can show you our last class about how far we got. That's right. I'll show you guys a few steps ahead here. So this is what we're headed towards. This is back earlier today. Okay. You guys see so these circles, we're gonna put some posts on them. Okay. I see one post is in the center, and then a couple posts. See, they're out by the edge, right? And ooh, I got a couple posts glued out here as axles on this book. Switch up this. Here. So just show you guys where this is headed. So I can put these poppies in here. Now this axle is a little bit smaller diameter than this axle, right? So it's not too tight and also not too loose. If it's too loose, it's gonna be all floppy. If it's too tight, it's not gonna turn. Look, you guys see how these can turn, right? And then what we're gonna do after this is, okay, this rod, we're gonna cut some holes on it, put it right here. So these are all going to turn together, right? Just like this, they're gonna turn together, right? So that's what we're headed for, and gotta keep pretty good pace. Wonder if we'll get actually a little bit ahead of my other class. So hopefully get a little bit ahead of that step. All right. Ooh. Okay, almost everybody got their circles. Okay, I'm gonna start on the next step here. Next step is I want those axles. You guys saw I had six posts, right? There you go. Okay, so got 1, 2 here, and then these axles for the wheels. Well, I need 1, 2 there and 1, 2 there, right? So they like fit into each other, right? So you like turn. Okay. So I need 6. The way I'm gonna do those is start with just rectangles. Okay. So I got my scrap paper here. Let's go. I did a 4 centimeters wide earlier. That was plenty long enough. Maybe I'll actually do 3 centimeters. Right. So I did 4 last class. I'll just do 3 this time. You guys pick your favorite. Again, if you don't follow me exactly, that's all right. So pretty close. Okay. So I'll do 3 centimeters wide. I'm going to do that all the way down. So 3 centimeters. Oh, which is actually really close to the width of the ruler. So I bet if you just have one of these plastic rulers and just throw that down, zip it off. That's the width of a ruler right there. Right? So they cut that strip off. So I have this long rectangle strip that's 3 centimeters wide. If you do 4 centimeters, that's fine too. That worked last class. And remember, I want 6 posts. So I need 6 small rectangles out of this. Can you guys cut this into 6 equal parts? See, I can get it in half like this. There's 2 halves. Then get each of these guys into thirds. Bam, bam. Now this guy's in thirds. And this guy. In thirds. All right. So I took the long side of paper that was 11 inches, right? About 28 centimeters. Cut 3 centimeters wide and made a really long rectangle. Then I'm going to chop that up and then bam, 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 bam. 6 small rectangles like that. Walk around, check where you guys are. Some of you guys wearing them, some of you guys are getting close. Okay, so remember how this whole thing is going together? So these 6 rectangles, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So we're gonna make these all cylinders. Now these are gonna be different size cylinders. Again, some of them have to fit into each other. So just think about the head going forward. Okay. Now I'm gonna wrap these around something. Hey, how about this pen right here? Can I wrap this around this pen? Okay. And then make a cylinder that way, like that? We can do that, right? Maybe you guys have a pencil or a pen or just freehand it. Okay. So then take a little bit of glue right here. Okay. Now there's like an optimal amount of glue to use, right? It's easy to use too much. So you want it just the right amount. If you use too much, then it's going to take too long to dry. So bam, just a little bit of glue. Okay. Just enough to hold it right there. Wrap this around. She should. All right, 1 cylinder down. Okay. Now I'm going to make 4 that are exactly like that. And then the other 2 I'm going to make a little bit bigger so that they can fit into those. Okay. So I'm going to make 4 that are exactly the size. I just wrapped it around my head. So 3 more. Yeah, so I'm gonna make 4 cylinders that are exactly the same, right? They're like 3 centimeters tall. Okay. Now, if yours isn't exactly 3 centimeters tall, that's okay. Right. Last class I did 4 centimeters tall, but here I'm doing 3. I think it'll be a little bit better design. Bam, there's 2 cylinders. Do 2 more exactly like that. Uh, Three down. And 4. Now these other 2, I want to be make a little bit larger diameter so that this will be able to rotate inside this one. Right? So actually, I think a really good way to do that is to make one that I already have, just put it on back on my pen and wrap this one around this one, right? If I do that. Okay. Okay. And remember, it's going to have to be able to rotate pretty nicely. So we're looking for like an optimal size diameter. If you get it too tight, then it's not going to rotate very well. But if you make it too loose, it's going to be all wobbly. So what do you think it should be? Yeah, test this out. Definitely rotate nicely in this one. Looks pretty good right there. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Yeah. So that's rotating pretty good like that, right? Not too tight, not too loose. Just like that. And the last rectangle, I'll do the same thing. Separate that out a little bit. So I've got the 4 small diameter and then the 2 a little bit larger diameter. And I'm gonna keep this separate because I want to make sure that I know what's going where. So I'll walk around and check on you guys. All right.
Is the right
Yeah, that was. And then purchase make sure these 2 are a little bit bigger. So I think that's. All right, so some of you guys are up to this, and then some of you guys are getting really close. So next thing is I need to teach you these and glue them somewhere. Which you guys saw last class. Right, you guys the. Okay. So I think we should be able to get at least this far, and hope maybe even the next step with you guys. Right. So you guys see how those 6 are, right? So I've got the 4 small ones on the circles. Right, opposite sides, and the 2 large ones I put down on this base. Right, but you guys remember how to glue those. Okay? If you try to glue this just like this, right, like if you put some glue right here and then glue it down, you would not want to do that because it would take like forever to dry. Okay? But you guys remember like cutting feet in these things? That was a trick we did way back in the day. So I'm going to cut it about halfway up on each one of these. I cut some feet of these things. So right now I'm just cutting small, although all 6 of these you'll have to do same thing. Cut some feet in these guys. Some feet. Spread these feet up. All right. Now, a couple of these I want right in the center of the circle, so I flip this upside down where I know I have a central dot right there on each one of these. So these guys, right there, right there. So throw some glue this guy's feet. So the surface to surface connection, put that right on the central dot. Right, right there. And same story with this guy. Put some glue on the feet. All right there.
Are those the small ones or the big ones?
These are the small ones. Okay. All right, so very good. We got 4 small ones. So I'll put some small ones there. I'm gonna flip these guys over and glue the other small ones on the top side, but closer to the edge. And then the big ones I'm gonna save for the base. So put this guy, maybe not exactly the edge, but pretty close to the edge. There. Got offset about 1 centimeter from the edge. Okay. Like that. And then same story with this guy. Glue on the feet. Set it close to the edge. 1 centimeter off. There you go.
I understood the thing.
Yes, I remember.
Back to this master plan. So next thing I'm going to do is bring out another piece of cardstock to use as a base. So I'm about to bring out this rectangle here, use it as a base. I'm going to take the 2 large cylinders and glue them right about there and there. So one kind of near the middle of the base and one kind of near the edge. Right about. And I'll use the same technique that we just used, because I don't want to glue them exactly like this, because that would take forever to dry. Right. But cut the feet. Glue this guy about the center of the base. Yeah, maybe yeah, okay. Guess about the At the center is going to be good. Yeah. And then this guy is going to be kind of close to the edge. Right? Now the two circles, I want to be approximately touching at the circumference for each one. If they overlap a little bit, that's okay. But yeah, don't want them to like overlap too much. So there and there, ooh, that's pretty good. Get it back to here. All right. Set some bar. All right, check how you guys are doing. One about the center and then one go out right here. Okay. Well, we're really one step away from getting where my last class got, which is just to create this long rod right here. This long rod. And that's going to be this rod going on right here. All right, so make that one. Right. I have a new page of card stock. I'm going to fold this hot dog, make a hot dog fold. Off the side. Do a hot dog fold on a fresh page of card stock. Then I'm just going to tear along that line. Although you guys want to use your scissors, you can do that too. But I'm just going to tear it this way. All right. Now, one part of this we'll save for tomorrow, or if you guys want to share this, you could too. Or I'm just going to save that for tomorrow. Right? And this other one, we're going to roll up into a cylinder that we're going to use as that rod. Okay. Maybe I'll roll it around a neat cartridge to help myself out a little bit. I don't want to make this too tight though. All right, so that looks about good right there. Okay. So I had the original page of cardstock, made a hot dog fold, tore it in half there. So I have really a half page here, right? Long half page. Okay. So you call it 4.5 inches by 11 inches. That's what that rectangle is. Okay. Kind of roll this up into a long cylinder. Okay. Throw a line of glue right here. Alright, I have to hold that for a minute or so. Just gonna dry. Alright, so just to tell you guys what I did to make this piece. So I made a hot dog fold. I tore along that line. So you have really long, skinny half page, okay? And then just roll that into this. Okay? So this whole thing's 11 inches long.
And then. And then.
All right, here you go. Got it right. Um, since we got about 5 minutes left, I think actually the best thing to do is let you guys for sure catch up to where I am. Okay, but here's the next thing that we will do is I'm gonna should have tested this earlier too. Make sure this can spin in here. That pops in there. That pops in. Ooh, how about too snug? Nothing there. Gonna pop in right there. Okay. It's gonna be free to rotate. Okay, notice these can like rotate around, right? Okay. And then we're gonna take the cylinder, we're gonna cut a couple of holes in it and put it right on top of these pegs so that this whole thing rotates like this. It's gonna rotate like this. Right. Right. So yeah, we'll save that step for tomorrow. Unless you guys are up to that point, you guys are ready to do that. I'm gonna cut a couple of holes just so that this rod can lay right on top of those two pegs, and this whole thing can rotate around like this. Okay. All right, but I'm gonna stop this recording and make sure that everybody's up to that step right there.